All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to episode 2 of the NaiSai Podcast.
Yep.
It is me, Dave the MC, alongside.
S to the HUKID, Shukid in the building in the flesh. We out here.
Yeah. So,
Mhm.
bruh,
Yeah.
let's just get into it because this first topic. Oh my god.
Yeah. What is
Just when you thought Nairobi couldn't get any more special, here
Mhm.
comes an extra dose of WTF. And
What happened? What happened this time, man?
so this time, of course, there was a story of this guy called Telemani who had finessed who had finessed his buddy DJ Styles by telling him he was going to get Trevor Noah on IG Live, on DJ Styles' IG Live, and that did not happen.
Yeah, I think I caught that. Yeah.
Now, if that wasn't enough of a finesse, if that wasn't enough of a scandal, this boy got himself into trouble, and I truly believe my conspiracy theory is correct alongside a lot of people. This guy, a sex tape resurfaced on Twitter in the afternoon yesterday. Bruh,
I'm tired.
It's not even like a sex tape. I'd say it's a clip, because first of all, bruh, it's 45 seconds. Now,
the whole thing.
The whole thing is 45 seconds, and it emerged on a banner account with I think the name I think whoever is running that account just decided to change it. Now it's called World Leaks Kenya. At World Leaks Kenya. That account
is that the same?
It's the same.
Is that the same? It was like BB something. It had a bunch of B's in the name.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a time it's like that account was talking to itself or something. Or there's two of them. Man.
So according to what I saw, yes, the account was talking to itself. And I think okay, supposedly, let me not say allegedly, supposedly, Telemani reached out to that account as soon as the tape dropped, and was trying to say, please don't do this, please, it's not worth it. No, just don't share it, because someone was allegedly trying to expose that clip. Now, the clip dropped as of last evening, while that account was still being reported. That clip got, I think, over 20,000 views.
Yeah.
20,000 views on Twitter. But that account has been reported. I don't know whether it's been taken down yet, but bruh, like, first of all, who records themselves doing that? And why would you have that footage? Why would you have that footage unless it was for you to exact revenge?
Let me tell you something, Dave. As we look for the cure for the Rona, as we try to cure this and contain this thing, we need to look into this clout situation, man. It's real. The things people are doing for attention, for the clicks, for I don't know if these things lead into work, because people claim when you have more people looking at you, or if you're buzzing and shit like that, you have potential to be like an ambassador or something. So the clout thing, it's really becoming a lot, man. Like, guys are doing so much, and the moment I got a hold of that story, I was just like, I don't even have to follow up. All that stuff's just gonna show up on my timeline anyway. I'm gonna hear about it one way or the other. But it's like, man, it's so tiring, bro. Every week there's always some funny shit just going down. It's like, wow.
Welcome to Kenyans on Twitter. Now,
it's crazy.
Yeah, just to finish up on the topic, like, bruh, I don't know why people are giving that attention. That account should have been reported. First of all, it should have been banned. I don't know why Twitter was taking its time, like, to review the reports, because I reported the account severally, and I got a bunch of reports back, but the account, I think, is still there. So that tells me even if we're going through the biggest crisis, which will probably end up being the biggest crisis this decade, which is
Yeah.
the coronavirus. And Twitter did say that their staff, they might have to be limited with their staff, so they can't get to every single report maybe as fast as they would want to. But bruh, clout
it's too much,
clout
man.
is a drug. Clout is a drug.
Hold up, aren't people saying that account belongs to him anyway?
Let's get into the conspiracy theory now that you mentioned it. I think it's him who did it. I think it's his burner account because that dude had several burner accounts following that shorty, man. And she even asked guys to report the burner accounts. Most of the burner accounts got took down. There's one burner account that I think is still up, but it could be taken down anytime. And like, bruh, if this is about your ex, why are you still obsessed with your ex like that? That's wrong.
That shorty's his ex.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's been, I don't, you know what, man? I don't really follow up these things to like cook fully to figure out the whole thing. As soon as it gets confusing, I'm off it.
No, I had to follow it just because I have a friend who is the shorty's friend, so I just had to follow up on that. But it's so wrong, it's so disrespectful, and it's illegal, bruh.
So like, the shorty's she's reported it.
She's reported it, and I think if I was her, I'd follow whatever is set in the law, like go to court for this shit, because this was just ridiculous. And guys are following that banner account. Bruh, I saw like it had
people like to
it had 500 followers.
And you're like, why? Who are these people, man? Whenever I see the names of the people down there that are following it, because like I said, I caught wind of the story and I was just trying to check it out. And then people were saying that account belongs to Teller himself. So I went to the account and I'm looking at the names of people following it. I'm like, y'all just out here following anyone, huh?
Just following
anything.
Man. And
just like any.
Sorry, but I know that he has to be guilty because he wiped his Twitter, he wiped his IG. You can't find his IG, and I feel so bad for the shorty because she had to like her Twitter is back up now as I checked this morning, but like she I think she'll have to lay low for a bit, like to sort out the situation because this dude has problems. This dude has problems, man.
It's crazy how all these things are happening, man. Now that you mention it, I just remembered the other week.
Yeah.
Wasn't there supposed to be some other shorty that was supposed to reveal a ton of people or something? Is it the same thing?
No, it's a different thing.
It's a different thing. Huh?
It's a different thing. That one is just teasing us. You're just giving people tea halfway, and then you're just like, nah.
Man, it's crazy that these things really drive us, man. Like people really be out here for this. I can see the way people are hungry for that tea. They're like, yo, spill.
Do anything for clout.
Man, it's crazy out here.
Nairobi. Anyway, let's move on. All right, so in terms of let's get into something more serious. In terms of the coronavirus update.
Yeah.
How do you think lockdown is going so far?
From my end, the way I'm seeing things, I think I kind of spoke on this last time, but like I guess guys are getting creative.
Yeah.
I'm watching people develop, skills and talents and stuff like that. So that's what's happening on my end. As far as like what's really going on in the rest of the world, I tried to
just in Nairobi and like in like what do you think?
I think guys are trying to chill. Guys are really trying to chill, but at times it kind of feels like things are back to normal apart from the curfew. Yeah, so I don't know how the isolation thing is really working out for people. Some people, I personally, I'm staying home. But whenever I go to the store and stuff like that, it looks like guys are just moving, guys are just doing their own thing.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we're just chilling, man.
All right. I actually noticed, like when I was out yesterday, just doing some shopping for the house.
Yeah.
I noticed, okay, as much as there are those who can afford the masks, there are those who still can't. And I even happened to peep a guy who was near the supermarket I was going to. He was selling, he was selling masks.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, you guys are really, guys are making a hustle out of it, which is good. But at the same time, don't you think it should be the government's responsibility to like provide the masks?
So, okay, whether it's the government's responsibility,
yeah,
I don't know that much. But like, there's this thing for the cops who are arresting people that they're catching without the masks.
Yeah.
I'm over here thinking like, why don't you just equip these cops with extra masks? So instead of arresting people, you can hand over these masks. Like you said, some people can't afford them. Some people maybe haven't had the opportunity to get one just yet. Because it's not like right now there's someone in Kibera. There's a fashion designer in Kibera, I forget the name. He's handing out free masks to the people, which is cool.
Yeah.
Because that's what really matters, man. So I don't get the whole arresting people thing. And yeah, the government probably should be supplying these things to people.
Yeah, see, but cops speak one language, which is violence. Because they think that's the right way to deal with people.
Don't even get me started on these cops, man, because that's a whole episode of just ranting.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. But yeah,
we'll get onto that one day.
But I feel as though like if I was in government, if I was in a position to be like, okay, we have this many people who don't have the masks, we have this many people who have the masks. Now, why don't we supply masks across all counties, across everywhere? Make sure every single person is wearing a mask. At least we'd be able to be more, we'd be able to prevent this thing a lot. Like I don't get it, but
we'll be in a better position to try and contain the thing,
Yeah.
And now, funny thing, since we're talking about these masks, what did I want to say? Yeah, so some of these masks some people are giving out, right? Like the ones made with Ankara and all that.
Yeah.
I was reading somewhere that unfortunately those masks are kind of useless because the material used is supposed to actually prevent like the movement of air to your nose and stuff like that. These material masks, they still have spaces in them.
Yeah.
So anything can just, you can breathe anything through them. Yeah, so that's just something for the people out there. If you're listening in, man, you're really trying to protect yourself, I think you should get those I don't know what to call them, but like probably like clinically approved masks.
Yeah, it should be the clinically approved masks.
Yeah, seems like those other ones, they look good, but they aren't doing much, man.
No, they can work unless now you like if those Ankara masks had a provision for like a filter, that filter that is supposed to prevent now air from flowing through. I think they could work. It's just that they don't have that filter, that preventive filter from that preventive filter. They don't have them. I doubt that they have them.
Okay. Well, I mean, for the most part, let's hope people stay safe. I hear like right now, if you get into the city without a mask, I'm hearing it's what, 6 Gs? You get fined for 6 Gs?
I'll see Buddha.
Hey, man.
I'll see Well,
I wouldn't want that to be me, manze, in a time like right now. Off up 6 Gs. And Kwanzaa, speaking of money, we're gonna talk about some money at some point today.
No, let's talk about it right now. Oh,
you want to get into it right now?
Yeah.
All right, so So the governments have been trying to cushion the people.
Yeah.
Artists got a fund. I'm sure you know about that.
Yeah.
Some money was allocated to them, and you could see the true colors of the
Actually,
people,
no.
man.
That one. Let's save that for last because there's a lot that needs to be unpacked. There's a lot that needs to be unpacked.
Exactly. We need to get into that, but just know that's the direction.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's move into another funny story of how NAIROBI is just a whole vibe by itself, whether good or bad.
Uh-huh.
Stiandela is being sued by parents for his IG live videos. And I don't know, and I don't know whether this is true or not, but guys have been saying maybe even that could be clout, like being sued.
Claiming the suit thing.
Yeah, the letter looks fake.
Wow. He post it? He posted it himself?
No, someone else posted it, but of course you have to leave room for skepticism. So guys are saying, this can't be real. This has to be another clout chasing part of what he's doing. It's GO. He wants to be controversial, and that guy used to be a really good YouTuber. I don't know what happened in his life that he decided he was just gonna be a clout chaser.
Okay. To be honest, man, even this whole Stiandela IG thing, he started doing it after the Tory one, right?
Yep.
After Quarantine Radio. Mm-hmm. So it's a similar thing for like shorties twerking and whatnot, yeah?
the very Kenyan ratchet edition.
So I never really saw. I don't follow the man, so I never checked out the stuff on his page. But then, how did they get here, man? What are chicks doing on this live?
So they're basically doing what is happening on Quarantine Radio, but of course, for Tory Lanez, he was, the chicks would pin their cash app. So I think XTN was trying to do the same thing with like M-Pesa. So I don't know, man. It was just weird. Like people are bored at home, and
so did anyone get any bag?
Small bag, bruh. Like 2 G's is what I had. 2 G's.
Come on, man. Come on, man. They ruining it, bro. They ruining it for the other chicks that want to take that to the international level. They ruining it. Because I'm saying, how you gonna twerk for 2K, bro?
I'm dying.
They ruining it. They ruining it. I'm not twerking for 2K, bro. I don't care.
But I'm not gonna lie. He was getting numbers. I think he had like 3,000 or 4,000 people on his IG live.
Word.
So
watching.
But of course, you know Kenyans in the comments.
Mm-hmm. Yo, I seen a screenshot today, man. I think this chick was pouring beer.
Oh my
God. On her ass or something. Yeah, I'm just looking at it, and guys are going in, talking about street looks like.
No, that's not even bad.
Uh-huh.
Yani, you're told, you're convinced to mwagang Vim and Hapik.
That was Vim. It wasn't beer.
It was Vim and Hapik, bro.
Wait, so are people doing dares? What's going on?
Dare? I don't think it's a dare. It's the same thing guys were doing on Tory Lanez IG live with sanitizer and milk. It's the same thing.
I mean, damn, this is crazy,
bro.
This Hapik and Vim, like, what's going on here?
Then I'm hearing it's not even Hapik, it's Jake.
What is that? Is that sexy? Is that supposed like?
Oh.
I don't get it. Why am I seated at home peeping a shorty pour Hapik all over her? Is that sexy? Is that a fetish?
And the consequences.
Someone needs to bring me up to speed, bro, because I must not understand much.
Bro, it's gonna burn so bad. It's going to burn so bad.
I can imagine.
Oh, I can only imagine.
So you're gonna get a rash for 2K? Nah.
For 2 G's. For 2 G's.
Nah, could never be me, bro.
Anyway,
That
let's
could
move.
never be me.
Anyway, let's move away from the quick match Tory lanes, as someone put it on Twitter. Bruh, quick match Tory lanes. Kenyans have names for days.
Bruh, people got too many jokes.
People love jokes.
Quick match Tory lanes.
Quick match Tory lanes.
Bruh. In fact, that's what I'm gonna do today, man. I'm gonna just go on this page today and just go check out comments. I know that's gonna hold me for a good 2 hours.
Oh, the comments are beautiful.
Yeah, man.
The comments are beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of this live stuff as well, man.
Yeah.
Like you saw how guys started dissing Cuban.
I saw that, yeah. I saw that for the way his kitchen looks.
Yeah, man, it's crazy now. So even when you get on these live streams, like you have to set up everything and make everything look nice, you know?
I didn't get it though, because as long as it's your house, so like what's the big deal?
Bruh, it's people. People are just looking for anything. And you see, like if you're the kind of person that gives off that kind of energy,
yeah,
because Kiba is also those type of people that, given the circumstances, if he was on the other side, it'd also be the person dissing your kitchen, right?
True.
So I think people just love to reciprocate or something. I don't know, but hey, people dissed him, man. It was crazy.
Bro. Anyway,
you gotta know how to move in these streets, man.
Yeah, otherwise Kenyans will just roast you for free.
Murder you.
Basically.
Murder you.
Yeah.
They'll take you down.
All right, bro. Yeah. So, quickly, let's get into the IG live recap and YouTube live recap. So we had a bunch of battles going on. I think this past weekend. There was T-Pain versus Lil Jon. There was Neo versus Jonta Austin, which was a battle of the songwriters who has the most hits. And of course, this Saturday, like today as we are recording, it's going to be RZA versus DJ Premier, but it's going to be at 4 a.m.
For us.
It's going to be happening at 4 a.m. Kenyan time, which is 8 p.m. Eastern in the US. Yeah, it's going to be 4 a.m. for us, bro. So I'd have to check that tomorrow during the day. And of course, the highlight of the week was Nyashinsky's IG and YouTube live for his concert, his pre-album launch concert. And I got the numbers here.
Facts, bro.
On IG, by the time he ended, he had hit 7,897 on his IG live.
Right.
On YouTube, he hit 11,307 viewers.
Right.
Bruh, that was one hell of a concert.
I tuned in. I almost missed it. I think I was talking to you, and then you asked me. Oh, I was talking to someone.
Yeah.
Like, are you catching the concert?
And yeah, like I had to text people. I had to text people who hadn't remembered or like hadn't been told. 80 minutes, bro. Like 80 minutes of just hits.
Pure niceness.
Pure niceness, bro.
And I log into the nets and I see Harry Lee. Okay, I did personally on my end, I didn't see anyone talk bad or complain about it. So
no one complained.
But I got online and apparently some people are tripping. Harry Lee's like, you probably only don't like it because, and I was like, you probably only don't like it. There's people that don't like it.
Oh, wait, yeah, I saw that actually. I think people were complaining because there was the debate of whether it was recorded or it was pre-recorded or it was live. And I was like, does it really matter?
Yo, he gave us a good show that we got to stream live. That's all that matters to me.
Bruh.
I don't see what's wrong with someone setting themselves up to be, better.
When's that offer? You're being given an offer to watch it on YouTube, 200 MB for 20 bob. Like you can watch it on your phone. Like if you don't have internet, you can watch it on your phone for that small amount. And people still found something to complain about.
If there's any move that is probably gonna inspire me or change the way I try to move, is how he did that launch. Because immediately it was over, after the credits rolled, the
Yeah.
video wasn't available. And now you had to purchase it.
On IG or YouTube?
YouTube. I can't remember. My boys, because
you had to buy it.
So this is what happened, right? I'm watching it and I'm chatting with my boy. I'm like, bruh, you catching this thing? And then he tells me he had to step away kidogo, so he hit pause. Then he's like, at first he was like, anyway, yeah, he had to hit pause, but by the time he got back, it wasn't the type of thing that you could rewind because it's on YouTube. The video wasn't available, and now he had to pay 100 shillings to get it, which made me feel like that was such a boss move. That was a whole move right there, man. Because the demand was there. It was hard.
Yeah.
Yo, did you see the people that were saying, yo, Shinsky, we need to give you a lot of money? Imagine how many people hit up that pay bill and probably just got that in the moment because you caught us in the moment.
Yeah.
It felt like such a triumphant moment for artists in Kenya because, like we said, we're going to get into that a bit later, but the timing and the execution of this Lucky You pre-launch was perfect.
I'm gonna cop that album when it drops. It drops April 17th, which is next week. So everyone listening, make sure you go support, man. Like if you watched either the IG or the YouTube, Kenyans were in the comments. It was hype. It was lit. It was amazing. It was amazing, bro. Like I wish, but the thing that made me laugh was guys were saying, who's next? Guys hit up Giuliani, guys hit up I think guys were mentioning Upto, guys were mentioning Calligraph. When the guys in the comments were like, hey, Calligraph is somewhere writing notes. He's somewhere taking notes, bro.
It would be interesting to see Cali go that way because I don't think we've seen that Cali just yet, you know.
We haven't seen a Cali with a live band aspect, have we? Like with the live band.
Not even just the live band. I haven't seen Cali get intimate with his, fan base. That kind of setup.
Yeah, that kind of.
So it will be interesting to see that. Guys hit up. Did you see Giuliani just this morning? Right before we got on, I saw Giuliani's posted a video saying he'd love to do that. He was actually supposed to be dropping his album in April. But I guess we know why that can't happen. So he's just saying he'd love to try and do something like that. I guess he's working on it.
Okay, so then that means Giuliani is up next. Then had Upto done something like this yet?
Upto did. He had a concert on YouTube as well. He did a live thing.
Okay.
Who else has done something? Even MDQ did something.
Yes, MDQ has done something like that for her album launch. I remember that.
Yeah. Who else?
Here's someone who I'd love to see do it. The homie Steph Capella.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, that would be interesting.
Especially for Steph, if you're listening, bruh. Like
we need that live.
You and Ivan, this needs to happen.
Because I bet they'd kill it on the production setup.
Oh, especially on the production setup. But even with the live band aspect, like I don't know why more Kenyan artists have not embraced the live band aspect yet, but I'm sure it's gonna happen because MDQ started it off seemingly. Upto followed. Now we've had Nishinsky. Like we need more artists to embrace live band. I think even the coolest thing was Sauti Sol doing, playing them like by themselves, like entertaining guys when they were doing their IG live concert.
Yeah, they were playing themselves. That was pretty fire.
Yeah, so I'd love to see more artists embrace the live band aspect, even as when we get to a time where it's post-corona and everyone is back outside again, I think live concerts would be something that should be done more often. You don't need a playback all the time. Like a live band would kill.
It's something about the live band that just makes the performance. But now that you've just been mentioning a few people that you'd like to see, I'm just thinking, man, it would be nice to see something from like Heart the Band.
Yeah.
The Akafellas,
Mm-hmm.
Elani. There's so many people that will be interesting to watch, man. Now that I think
So
about it.
many people with the live band aspect, I think, would have a killer performance, and guys would go out to see. Now that guys have seen like Nyashinsky kill it, guys, I think, would crave more and more live band performances, like connecting with your fans even on a deeper level.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
What?
it would kind of help justify this last topic that we're going to talk about, which
Yeah.
was the artist fund. And Shu, you had some thoughts on that?
First of all, I just don't get it how people were so pressed. Like, why are people pressed by the fact that artists are getting something before we even get to the facts of the funds itself?
Mm-hmm.
It seems like people are like, it's like, why the artists getting money? People didn't understand, first of all, and I blame the delivery or the people that either wrote the speech, or I don't want to say I'm blaming the president. I don't want to come out like that, but the
No,
way the message was,
I'll blame his speechwriters, whoever was writing that
yeah,
speech.
because the way the message comes out, of course, to the average person, it sounds like a favor. It sounds like we're cushioning you.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't sound like it's money that we've earned. So
Like I don't know, what was happening. Because the rumors I heard was that it was supposed to be, it's supposed to be 100 million, and it's supposed to be distributed to artists. I think the rumor was that SG, everyone was getting 5K SG. I don't know how it was going to be distributed equally amongst all artists, because of course there'll be the debate of, okay, this artist deserves more than this other one. There's always
so
that debate of, because he's so big, he's a star, he deserves more than this other artist. No, bro. If we are all in this profession called music, and we are all putting out content, we're all consistent. Those who've been doing it for a number of years, even before being discovered, everyone should get an equal cut of that money. I don't think it's about this story of animal farms, GO, one animal is more equal than the other. Or am I tripping?
so definitely, but now you see that brings up the other debate. Like, for example,
Yeah.
how are they gonna get it to the art? How many artists do they think are out in this country? Are they looking at the artists who are registered to these CMOs? Because a good number of them aren't.
Chances are yes.
So is this money, assuming they do what they're supposed to do and due diligence, like how is it gonna get to each individual that's an artist? How are we gonna distribute? Because even if you look at it, man, there's so many questions.
There's so many questions that weren't answered, actually, by the way. They just said, yeah, we're announcing an artist fund, we're giving you guys money, so yeah.
And then you see guys have been receiving their what's it called, their royalties as well.
Yeah.
Throughout the week, people have been screenshotting some funny figures, but you see now those figures. Well, what can you do? What can you say? There's no real way to verify.
Yeah.
The amounts, so it's just a whole conundrum. Much as people are getting pressed,
yeah,
about the artists getting the money in the first place, we're over here, first of all, worried if the money will reach.
Yeah.
If the money will get here. And when people say artists, are those who are looking at the actors, because they're part of the arts.
Yeah.
So that's another debate that's coming. And if we have to involve all those people, actors, and the entire art department, that money is still not even enough, bro.
Yeah.
It's really not that much.
I think first of all, the money should have been a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I was government, I would have clearly outlined, how artists are getting the money, when they are getting the money, who is in charge of distributing and making sure every artist that is registered with a CMO is getting their cut, an equal cut. Like it has to be about numbers. Like you have to make sure you divide the number of artists by the amount, and then use the money distribution platforms we have. Like some artists could have like a PayPal, or like could have M-Pesa, or if it's going into their bank accounts, wire transfer into their accounts. Like
So
I would think that they would have to distribute it evenly, because this debate about Ati who is supposed to get what share, it has to. I don't know. I'm someone who would say everyone gets an equal cut,
yep. And I'd
because
say that
everyone
too,
puts it
because
because everyone puts in the work. So
everyone puts in the work, and this is a cushioning period. It's not a who's more important than who period.
exactly.
It's a when everyone just needs that crutch right now, yeah.
Yeah.
So as far as the royalties, that one people get what they earn, but the cushioning one, that should just be equal. The royalties, of course, given to the that are registered. But now, how do you think they're going to be able to collect the data for the rest of the artists that aren't registered? How are they going to be able to make sure they filter out the people that are registering fakeness?
That's another problem, because the artists who aren't registered to CMOs, I think those ones, like, people have their reasons. People have their reasons for not wanting to sign up with their CMO,
Register.
like for example MCSK, or sign up with Boomplay. Like, people have their reasons. But if you are putting in good music, quality music, if you are someone who has some time in the game, I would say yes, be independent, but at the same time think like you also have to get money. You can't just be independent and you're just chilling there waiting for money to come
Miracles.
to you. Miracles don't happen. If you want to make money, like, you have to figure out a way of doing it. You have to hustle. You have to make sure your music is getting out. You have to make sure you're getting
You just have to be on top of things.
You're gaining traction. But the one thing I'd say, do not do it for clout.
Yep.
Don't do it for clout. I don't know. We'll see how this story develops. Hopefully, the government is going to give some directives, because I would love to see people getting
clear
some money to help them during this time. Because we don't know how long we're going to be. We don't know how long we're going to be in this situation until the virus is gone even worldwide.
So, anything that's communicated needs to be communicated clearly, not these statements that leave us questioning and guessing. I saw this hilarious meme, man, where someone was like, he was trying to show what they understood from the president's speech, and it was just hilarious. It was like a bunch of gibberish. Then I can't remember what he said, but it was hilarious, because basically what's coming out is the directives aren't being clear to the point. It's either that or we're being stubborn. Like, once the speech has already been had, but then at the end of the speech we're like, huh? What's been said? So what has really been said?
Exactly. I don't know. It would be up to the communications team, both of the Ministry of Health and the President's office, to figure out what exactly is going on. So, just to wrap up on this episode, we've talked about the most important bit, I think, for this weekend will be RZA versus DJ Premier. If you're a hip hop head, make sure you tune in maybe on Sunday. Because it's going to be Saturday at 4 a.m., which is technically the next day.
we definitely catching that one. I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, man. If you want to wake up and watch it, by all means do it. RZA versus DJ Premier. Now, Timbaland and Swizz are the ones who are organizing this thing, so make sure you check it out. It's 20 hits back to back. You can only play 20 hits, and you go for as long as you want, man. As long as you have bangers, you play them. Yeah. So
the T-Pain, I really enjoyed the T-Pain and
Lil Jon.
What's his name? I really love that one, man.
No, that was really good. That was really good. Neo versus Jonta Austin was also a really good one. Played a lot of R&B that will get new fans, so that's gonna be fun.
Let's wait and see, man. And anything else that's probably coming out of Kenya.
Yeah, any other IG live, we're gonna cover it. We're gonna watch it. Then we're gonna tell you guys all about it in the next episode. So, thank you for listening to us today. Make sure you check out. In. Yeah, thank you for tuning in, man. We really do appreciate it. Check out the NaiSai Podcast on Twitter, Instagram, and check us out on Facebook as well. Make sure you follow at King Shukid 254 on Twitter. Make sure you follow at Dave DMC on Twitter as well. You can also check out our Instagrams, by the way.
The NaiSai Podcast.
Yeah, the NaiSai Podcast on Instagram. Make sure you check out Shukid on Instagram. Make sure you check out myself on Instagram. And yeah, man. Yeah. As always, thank you so much for watching. Oh, for tuning in, listening in. My YouTube brain is there. Sorry, I apologize.
Yeah, you stream.
Yeah.
And yeah, like we always encourage it, man. If you feel like there's something y'all need us to cover, just hit us with that comment. Hit us with that on whatever platform. We'll check it out and we'll try our best, man.
Yeah, tweet us, by the way. Tweet us, DM us on Instagram if you have topics you wanna talk to us about, like you want us to talk about, and we're gonna interact with you guys there. We're gonna interact with you guys on those platforms. So yeah, man. Till next time. Keep it 100.
Keep it 100. It's all clout. It's all class, no clout.
Stay safe and sanitize.
Stay safe, sanitize, and let's round up and meet again next week, man.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.